Thank you. Appreciate you coming in, Sheila.
Thank you.
First question. Besides jobs, because everybody's for jobs,
Yeah.
besides jobs, what are your top 3 priorities for the district?
To me, the important thing is that whoever represents the district is truly representing the district. And for me, it's not so much a matter of going in with a specific agenda of I want to take care of these 3 things or these 4 things or my top 10 plan. It is someone who cares deeply about the interests of the district, who will fight for the interests of the district, and then someone who's accountable to them. I mean, I could spout off, 3, 4, 5 things that are all concerns across the district, whether that be infrastructure with roads and bridges, whether that be education funding is concern across the district, whether that be workforce training, access opportunities. To me, the most important thing is that the district deserves someone who is ready to go to bat for them, who truly has demonstrated an ability to work with diverse stakeholders to get things accomplished. There's a lot of rhetoric during campaigning, a lot of politicians who say, oh, I believe in this and this is important and I care about that, but I think that the people in our district deserve someone who has courage to speak up when needed and has proven that they know how to get things done. We've been kind of, I feel, stagnant in some of our progress in certain areas, and some of that is born out of the party encampments, I call it, where both political parties have kind of drawn their line in the sand, and there's no more discussion, mediation, compromise, coming together to work on common ground issues, and that's something that I demonstrated I can bring and that I want to bring to this seat.
Can you name one point upon which you disagree with the Democrat Party policy platform?
Nothing comes to mind of a particular policy that the party has said this is something as a platform that we are opposed to or for, that I've said, oh wait, I completely disagree with that. I mean, I'm a Democrat. Most of the issues and concerns that the Democratic Party has are things that I share. The difference in my mind for me is I have a different sense of approach. I feel very strongly about not playing political games and not participating in this contentious, trying to outspend each other, trying to bide for the nod from this organized group or another. I feel like it's turned into this kind of poker game, and I'm tired of that approach. To me, that's where I differ with the party. It's not so much on particular policies or issues, but it's how we address those. And I'm not willing to participate that way. I'm not willing to play that game. And
all the experts agree that going to the assembly is controlled and will be controlled by the Republican Party.
mm-hmm.
2 parties have been unable and unwilling to work with each other at all in
Yep.
what has been called the most polarized state in America.
Exactly.
What makes you think that you could have your voice heard in Madison?
This is what I'm most excited about, and I didn't even pay you to ask me that question, because this is what I think I have to offer. Versus going in with my set agenda, I'm saying I'm someone with common sense, someone with proven history of balanced approach to things. I'm very fiscally conservative. I'm not afraid to ask tough questions. I'm not afraid to disagree with my party when I feel like I need to. I've shown on city council that I'm not afraid to speak up and say, hey, this doesn't make sense. I don't agree with this. And not be afraid to stand on that ground by myself if need be, which I have. I've been able to work with very different people to get things accomplished. I have lots of examples of that. One example, which was quite interesting, was receiving the federal designation for the Rock River as a national water trail. For that activity, I had to work with, frame for lots of different elected officials all along the Rock River in 2 states, in urban and rural communities, in in towns that maybe were very conservative Republican, and in towns that were very liberal Democrat, and try to approach them and and frame for them what was in it for them. What would this federal designation help them with in terms of tourism dollars, in terms of access to water quality, and depending on the audience that I was speaking with, I knew that I had to explain to them what would be in it for them. What would they have to benefit or gain from this federal designation? Because to submit that application that we worked on for 2 years was quite a labor of love. The group of us that worked on that, we had to have every single municipality that touched the Rock River on board, which is quite a feat in 2 states with all those municipalities. And you know what? I had to be really thoughtful about how I approach each of the stakeholders for that. Lots of my nonprofit work has had to involve working with folks from very different perspectives who shared a common issue. So I have lots of examples of that I've proven throughout my 25 years of work, professionally, on a volunteer basis, as a civic leader. I think this is the greatest asset that I bring to the table.
Okay.